Hello, sorry for being in bed and in my pajamas, but I've got endometriosis. It's quite bad at the moment, and I am currently out of my tree on painkillers. But I got a review copy of Girl Like a Bomb by Autumn Christian, and she really is a fantastic writer. She writes in a it kind of reminds me of Angela Carter almost, the way every sentence almost is like this mystical kind of fantastical thing, but it's not really over the top. Like she's also very concise and to the point. This is different to what I've read of hers before. I think so anyway, in that she still writes in that great way, and it's still very weird, and the first half has a real like darkness to it. Like I was just imagining that it was only going to go downhill from there. I don't want to give away too much, but the second half um, is a lot more like bad things do happen in it, but it seems a lot more light-hearted and almost kind of like the character is like you're following a reality star around. It's very glamorous or something. That makes it sound bad, but that's not really what I mean. And at first, I was so surprised because it wasn't what I was expecting that I thought, do I like this? But then, I did. I zipped through it. I enjoyed it. It's unusual, and I feel like she's might be trying new things or something. Sorry if I'm wrong, but yeah, I liked it, and you may like it too. Just as a quick explanation, the plot, it's about a girl who um, yeah, and it says some interesting things about female sexuality as well, and sexuality. She's got like a kind of religious power within her that anyone who sleeps with her or has sex with her, their life improves or changes in some way. So yeah, Go Like a Bomb. Another book I read was Lolito by Ben Brooks, which this probably just makes me look like a raging pervert. The first book was all about sex. Lolito is about a 15-year-old boy who meets a lady online who's a lot older than himself and has a relationship with her. Um, but it's so I thought it was really funny. It's a really funny book. It doesn't like go into the sex stuff or whatever. It's much more about the character, and it seems like every sentence is really simple and just written off the cuff, but it's also they're also like a miniature gem. Like they're so well observed, but also sorry, my phone's making noise. Not only well observed but really comedic. I mean, the character is a 15-year-old boy, so he does say like some offensive things and he watches offensive videos and stuff like that. But that he's a 15-year-old boy, and I think it was 2013. So yeah, he sounds like a 15-year-old boy, and but he's also very vulnerable, and he has such great ways of describing anxiety as a person who has anxiety. The boy says something like, outside is like a bear with lots of smaller bears in it. I mean, that's a really good way of, and I enjoyed it very much. Lolito, Ben Brooks. And I also read a book of short stories called The Void Between Emotions by Sumiko Saulson. That's Sumiko, Sumiko, Saulson, Saulson. The first story almost put me off because I feel really bad saying this because I don't mean to like be mean or whatever, but it's a pet hate of mine when writers talk about their characters like they can talk through them or something. It's totally irrational and it's my problem, but it's just something that I'm really not a fan of. But after that, I really enjoyed it. They're speculative fiction. They're all like some variation of weird, whether it's sci-fi or a bit more fantastical or just strange. And I really like her imagination, and I really like the way she discusses those things through the lens of a black lady, where you're getting, a perspective, for example, from science fiction that you may not have thought of as, as myself. But yeah, I thought like maybe one or two stories that I wasn't that keen on, but overall I thought it was really enjoyable, and she's a clever person, as are they all. Okay, so yeah, that was really rambly. I'm really sorry. I'm not going to edit. I'm just going to stick it straight on, and stick around if you do after this. Okay, cheers. Bye.